Hello everybody, I am Jay Shady and you're listening to The Voice of Reason. So last week's Raw was a pretty bad show and tonight's Raw was a pretty bad show. So we've got a nice shitty streak going on here. So the show kicks off with CM Punk versus Luke Harper. I didn't do my Raw review last week. Last week they're doing this angle where the Wyatt family's attacking CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. It's obvious we're probably going to get a Survivor Series type of elimination tag team match. Wyatt family versus Punk and Bryan. Maybe they'll throw in some jabroni in there like Ziggler or Kofi Kingston, or maybe it'll be a 2-on-3. But it's just a dumb fucking feud. A match that nobody's gonna give a shit about. That is just coming from nowhere. You know, it's just a cheap way of getting Daniel Bryan out of the top storyline so that they could have John Cena go against Randy Orton working towards WrestleMania. It's a cheap way of taking Daniel Bryan out of the spotlight now that Golden Boy John Cena is back. And, you know, it just makes no sense because you have Kane, who, you know, got beat the fuck up by the Wyatt family. He comes back to make his return in the ring when they're facing The Miz. Goes to beat them up, and now that's all dead and gone. You know, there's no more, that storyline's all wrapped up, you know, with a pretty little bow on it. You know, that's it for it. It's kaput. You know, this company just does not know. You could so tell this shit is last minute. They have ADD. They don't know how to see things through till the end because, you know, there was no resolve to the Kane-Wyatt family feud. You know, you were thinking, oh, is Kane going to team up with the Wyatt family now? Is he going to bring back The Undertaker to face them at Survivor Series? None of that's going to happen because they're on their own separate storylines now. You know, go figure with this stupid company. Alright, so you get CM Punk versus Luke Harper. This was a blah match, you know. I think Luke Harper should have won this. It would have made sense. You know, you have Luke Harper plus two guys surrounding the ring against CM Punk. You know, it didn't have to be a clean victory. You know, CM Punk could be distracted and Luke Harper gets the win. There's no reason for CM Punk to get the win here. He's already a superstar. You know, build up the Wyatt family while you're working towards the Survivor Series match. Give them a legitimate win, even if it's not a clean win. But, you know, that's not the way WWE works. CM Punk gets the win. Wyatt family goes to beat him down. Daniel Bryan saves him. La-di-fucking-da. Then you get this fucking segment. Just really dumb. They call Paul Heyman on the phone. The commentators call Paul Heyman on the phone. I mean, I feel bad for the fucking crowd that had to actually fucking sit through this. Like, you know, it's not like you're having a promo, somebody perform live. You're playing a fake, pre-recorded fucking voicemail phone segment. You know, it was like I felt like I was on one of those like sports talk shows, you know, where they talk to the coach of a team or something. It's like, where the fuck is this shit coming from? It was stupid. They have Paul Heyman crying like a fucking buffoon. It's just retarded. Just stupid fucking shit. And then you get Ryback versus the Great Khali. Nobody gives a shit. Ryback wins with a stupid fucking clothesline, and that is that. Then you get Kofi Kingston versus Alberto Del Rio. This was an okay match. This was pretty good. I liked it a lot better than the other stuff that happened tonight. Alberto Del Rio gets the victory with the arm breaker. Kofi Kingston taps out. I kind of enjoyed this match. All right. Then you get Big E versus Randy Orton. Now it's, you know, WWE app shit. You know, who you gonna vote for to face Randy Orton? Big E, Dolph Ziggler, or The Miz. And the fact that they said Big E won just proves that this shit is fucking fixed. Because there's nobody, save for maybe two people in the universe, that give a shit about Big E. They've been trying to push him as a face, and nobody fucking makes a peep whenever he comes out. It's so obvious that this shit was rigged. Because you had Dolph Ziggler in a match later on with fucking, who did he fight? Curtis Axel. It's so obvious because they're pushing Big E that they made it look like people voted for Big E, when in reality, not one fucking person would vote for Big E. They'd vote for Dolph Ziggler. But yeah, Big E gets voted, and we get Big E versus Randy Orton. You know, just drop Big E, please. You know, as soon as fucking possible, because this guy sucks. He really does. He just looks retarded. He makes retarded noises like he's fucking Tarzan, you know? He's just a fucking incoherent buffoon, a fucking retard. Way too revealing attire. His fucking breasts are hanging out. He's got like double D breasts. His ass is hanging out. It's kind of disgusting. Get this guy out. He's not over. He'll never be over. Nobody will ever give a shit about him. Face, heel, whatever he is. Send him to TNA, please. Get him out of here. Randy Orton gets the victory with an RKO. And then you get Fandango and Summer Rae versus Tyson Kidd and Natalia. So, you know, it's good to see that Tyson Kidd is alive somewhere. You know, I haven't seen him in like 3 years. This was just a bullshit filler match. Tyson Kidd gets the victory because he just married Natalia, so they had to give them a little celebration. So yeah, it's stupid shit. Then you get 6-man tag match of the night. John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Goldust versus Damien Sandow and the Real Americans. This was the match of the night. John Cena tried to add some new moves to his repertoire. Some okay, some not so good. Still can't get the Hurricane down. He should stop trying that before he breaks his neck. But what really made this match fucking fantastic was Zeb and Alberto Del Rio on commentary. They were fucking gold. It was great listening to them. Hilarious shit. If this show was 3 hours of them fucking on commentary, just having a battle of words with each other, feuding with each other on commentary, that would be very much more entertaining than this whole show that we got tonight. But this was a good match. Even, you know, that commentary just added to it. A lot of back and forth, a lot of high spots. Cena came and tried. So, you know, when he comes out and tries, I gotta give it to him. Goldust gets the win. It's good to see that somebody other than Cena got the win on that team. Goldust gets the win, and then Cena just had to go to being a fucking goofball. And right when Goldust gets the victory, if you watched on YouTube, if you go back to it, you see Cena, when the bell rings, Cena starts running around like a fucking bushwhacker, like a fucking schmuck. It's just like, you know, I'm like, okay, Cena, you put on a decent match, you know. You're making me pleased for that, you know, you're trying to put in some effort. And then you have to just ruin it all by being a fucking cartoon character. Stop celebrating like a fucking bitch, you know? Walking around like this when Goldust gets the victory. Like, you know, this guy is just such a phony fucking motherfucker, seriously. But whatever. Then you get Curtis Axel versus Dolph Ziggler in, you know, a match that nobody gives two shits about. With people that nobody gives two shits about. Dolph Ziggler gets the victory. I can't even fucking remember how it ends. It's just stupid. Then you get 3MB versus the Usos in another match that nobody gives a shit about with people that nobody gives a shit about. This is a recurring theme here, if you see, on WWE Raw tonight. Usos get the victory. Then you get the Divas match, you know, who gives a shit. A lot of who gives a shit segments tonight, folks. They had a whole hell lot of them. A lot of big stack of who gives a shit going on. You got a couple of good things here, but I mean, 3 fucking fourths, more than 3/4, like 7/8 of this shit was just garbage stuff that nobody cares about, that you just want to change the channel to. So you get the Divas shit. Somebody wins, we lose. And then you get this recurring shit throughout the night. And this is just the letdown of everything, because this is your main storyline going into Survivor Series, you know? Survivor Series is going to be a fucking piece of shit. I'm just going to say it right now. You got a dumbass Survivor Series elimination match coming with the Wyatts and Dan Bryan and CM Punk that just feels so forced and lacks any importance or relevance whatsoever. You're going to get John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio in a rematch that nobody wants to see. And now you're going to get Randy Orton versus the fucking Big Slow in your main event match. And that's the main storyline here, guys, is this Big Show shit. You know, it's like everything with, you know, Randy Orton and Dan Bryan that has been going on, it's all been overshadowed by Big Show versus Triple H. That's, you know, and that's a problem. When, you know, you have 2 other egos being more important, clouding the importance of your champion and your belt, that's a problem. So you get this shit, this like Law and Order court TV fucking segments that, it wasn't, good enough to just show it one time. They had to show it 2 times, because they know that all their viewers are just fucking dumb retards who are 5 years old that just, have short-term memory, forget shit after they see it immediately. So they do this little thing, it's like this little 5-minute video package, Big Show versus WWE, defendant versus plaintiff, and he's suing them for harassment and bullying and all this shit. But let's just stop here because this whole shit is just so phony. Alright, so, they have Big Show suing them and, trying to take every last dollar. But last time I checked, if this happened in real life, like JBL was saying, let's say this happened with another company, like fucking Apple, like JBL said. If this happened with Apple, somebody is being harassed, an employee of Apple is being harassed by an executive or a boss and all this yada yada yada. And, that's wrong. But if that employee comes back after he's fired and trespasses, comes back after he's fired and starts beating up on people and punches the boss of Apple in the face, I don't care how much he was harassed, that motherfucker is going to jail. And he is not going to make $1 from any lawsuit because he violated the law himself. An eye for an eye doesn't go in the judicial system in the United States. So this just makes no sense. It really doesn't. I mean, why? How would Big Show have an upper hand if this guy trespassed, knocked out Triple H, knocked out several employees of the WWE, yet he's fine? It's Triple H and the WWE who are held into a corner? Fucking bullshit. This is just childish writing for 3-year-olds who do not understand the way the law works. They don't know better. This shit obviously isn't for us, because any person with a fourth of a brain could realize this is just bullshit. So whatever, Big Show, they invite, Stephanie McMahon invites Big Show because she doesn't want to deal with the lawsuit. And then they settle their grievances out in the ring. Big Show, strong arms them into giving him his job back. And he's, bullying them and harassing them himself. He's calling Stephanie McMahon a witch, basically. And they were showing during the segment that Big Show suing for slander and defamation when she calls him somebody with giantism. So isn't he doing the same thing here? So why, it doesn't make too much sense. So yeah, he makes them give him his job back. And then Big Show's being really corny and really goofy, really fucking cartoony. And he tells Triple H that he wants a title shot versus Randy Orton. He wants to be the face of the WWE. And Triple H says it's not going to happen and all this. The Shield comes out. And then Big Show makes believe he's leaving and he's on the mic and he says, okay, whatever, I got my job back. You'll hear from my lawyers soon, and you'll soon be working for me or something like this, or soon I'm gonna own you. Implying that the lawsuit is gonna make the Big Show own WWE? Like, what? Seriously, what? I mean, that makes no sense. This guy, who's been trespassing and physically assaulting people, is gonna be in line to own the WWE with this bullshit lawsuit? This lawsuit, if they go into court, like, I'm supposed to believe that Triple H is actually gonna believe, as the person in the storyline, that Big Show has a chance to bring on this lawsuit to take over the company? I mean, fuck. I mean, how hard is it to try, to actually write something fucking coherent, It just makes no sense. And then Triple H eventually caves into this bullying from the Big Show and this harassment and gives him the title shot. And then he says that since he's an employee, he's in a match tonight, and he has a little handicap match with Big Show versus The Shield and Randy Orton, and they beat him up. But you're getting Randy Orton versus Big Show at Survivor Series, which is enough of a travesty. I don't think any one person in the world thinks this is going to be anything to even being a mediocre match. I mean, it's good. If it's mediocre, we'll be fucking surprised, and that'll be a pleasant surprise. But that wasn't even the fucking bomb, the dud, the travesty of the night. You have Kane's music hit. And who do we see? You know, you're expecting Kane. Instead, you get a bald old doofus in a fucking stupid suit. Holy fucking shit. This company is on drugs. They really are. They are on some good fucking meth, LSD, acid, whatever the fuck. You know, I think it's been their mission statement to try to destroy Kane's character as much as possible in the past 10 years. I think that has been their main goal as a company because they really excelled at it. From when they first took his mask off to when he was just became a fucking stupid mid-carder, to when he was teaming up with people like Santino, to when he put his mask back on and had a stupid rivalry with John Cena and Zack Ryder, to the Daniel Bryan shit and the anger management segments. But this takes the cake. You have Kane coming out as Glenn Jacobs in a suit. You know, you might as well just align him with Pat Patterson and Joe Briscoe because they together would form the Three Stooges. And that's what Kane looks like. A fucking stooge, a fucking nerd, a fucking goofball. It is amazing what this company can do. So Kane in his suit comes down and he's aligned with Triple H. It's just a goddamn shame, you know? You think of growing up in 97, 98, those great characters we came to know and love, and, you know, this is what we get? It's amazing. The Shield powerbombs Big Show on the table. Raw goes off the air. And, you know, we all are now allowed to stop suffering because the show is over. Torture, man. Fucking torture. This is going to be a shitty Survivor Series. Fuck Kane. This is just going to be a shitty storyline. There's nothing going on. And I hope everybody's prepared for a Road to WrestleMania consisting of John Cena versus Randy Orton. Every YWC person's worst nightmare, pretty much, is coming into fruition. And the second I see that it's legitimately going to John Cena versus Randy Orton for WrestleMania, the second I see that's the official idea, I'm out of here. That's it. Kaput. I can peacefully live without watching the WWE. It is not a problem. At this point, it's a chore. At this point, I'm just doing it for my YouTube subscribers. But when it comes to John Cena versus Randy Orton, I'm sorry. I am out. I'm folding at that point. That's it for me. So there you go. There's my Raw review. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Jay Shady, the voice of reason. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.